And now I will give the floor to Christian Mougin to start the conclusion with general comments, and we expect also to have more feedback from from room or from the people online.
Thank you, Michelle, and hi everyone. I'm pleased to launch perhaps the last discussion of this very interesting morning. First, I would like to thank all colleagues for their very interesting presentation, which enlarged my view of agroecology. We make the choice today to present projects dealing with diversification of crops, trees, animals, but I would like to mention that other examples of projects involving different and other BRC of RARe exist, and perhaps we will discuss, we present them in another meeting. But are there any questions, either in the room or with the chat before I present some ideas? No? Some general comments to start. We have seen that the agro-ecological transition is a nice framework for scientific research. It's well known now, but it's also a framework to highlight the high potential of BRCs today. We have seen that these BRCs can provide biological resources to agroecologists, and they can be researchers, farmers, but also they are used to collect, store, and preserve resources during the project, but also after the projects for the future needs. And also they act like partners in a research project. And we will discuss on the role of this BRC as partners. And this first basis for discussion of agroecology, of links between agroecology and BRCs, was established last year during the Science Advisory Board. What I have retained from the presentation, first for concerning Damien's one, we have seen that increasing the diversity of crops in agro-system is a promising strategy for sustainable land management. And the results were very often positive, but also variable. Mathieu developed some new ways of performing research in the field of agroecology, with different role of stakeholders, new actors, and guides production. Dirk spoke about mycorrhiza and their interest to work on the diversity, biodiversity above ground and also below ground. And they're very interesting for sustainable agriculture. We saw the example of oasis and diversity in different level, plant, animals, practices, but also Sandra introduced the soil in this presentation to enhance resilience to hazard in low crop dairy systems. And finally, Frederic presented some in the interest of genotypes in agroforestry. What is resulting from this this presentation? In my opinion, there are some findings. One of several BRCs are involved in the project. They involve several different pillars of the infrastructure. This BRC is guaranteed technical, but also biological and knowledge, global knowledge of the resources. And they make the link between in vitro approaches and also in natura or in field experimentation. One question that can be discussed is the role of BRCs. Should they be only support services for research, or should they develop their own scientific questions? I think that it's necessary to co-construct research questions and projects between BRCs and also other scientists more involved in field experiments. We need to develop more global approaches in the field of agroecology, and perhaps it should be necessary to increase interaction of BRC with observatories of experimental sites, field sites, or in natura sites, depending on other research infrastructure. There are some common questions to share. Perhaps depending also on pedoclimatic situations and agronomic situations. And this afternoon, I will present a collaboration with INRAE France and RARe in the field of environmental science, samples, sorry. And we need to increase the collaboration between the different pillars of AgroBRC, and combine resources, but also thinking, approaches, knowledge to respond to more complete problem or question. One point is that we did not discuss this morning is the need for information concerning resources to promote. Michel said that a resource is a sample, but also the associated data with this sample. Do we need new or more methods to characterize the resources? Do we develop more partnership with analytical platforms to better know this and document these resources? There are some open questions. We need also to more develop interoperability between data and metadata, and it can be made with collaboration with other infrastructure dedicated to data management and collection. For example, PNDB infrastructure. It's very important to develop also this partnership concerning data. And well, so there are some points to discuss perhaps with you this end of morning, and thank you very much. And you have a nice picture of the INRAE Versailles.